right here. My name is Matthew White. I am the CEO and founder of Keybot. We're going to talk about managing a content marketing strategy today and really discuss what it takes to create a content marketing strategy that's going to help you not only grow your business and be able to bring in a lot of visitors to your website, but also to be able to make it in a way that's very sustainable. That's one of the key issues with a lot of companies and businesses that try to create a content marketing strategy is saying I'm not showing. Okay, we're fine. It is that sustainability, trying to get a way to create a strategy for themselves that they can stick with for the long term. Content marketing is a long-term game. It's not a quick, let's do this in 5 minutes and then we'll get something up and out and then we'll be able to drive traffic. This is one of those things where you're going to have to put time and effort into it over a long period of time to really start to see some really great results. But the results you will see would be fantastic when you look to implement a really solid strategy. So that's what we're going to show you today and we're going to talk about. So just to start, here's the agenda we're going to be going over today. We're going to start off with some of the benefits of a structured content marketing strategy. What kind of things you should expect, or by putting the time, the effort into your content marketing strategy, what are you going to get out of that? So we're going to go over some key benefits you would get out of a well-run content marketing strategy. We're going to talk about how to build your content strategy, how to create a strategy for your business that is going to be scalable, that's going to be easy to maintain, and that's going to be effective. It's going to be a productive use of your time and energy. We're going to talk about, once you build that content and you've written something or you've produced something that's really good, how do you distribute it? How do you socialize that content? How do you get it in the hands or the eyes, if you will, of your potential customers or the people that you want to be reading or seeing your content? So we're going to talk about socializing, distributing that content. We're then going to talk a little bit about review management. Now, some people will argue that review management isn't really content marketing. I would disagree full-heartedly on that. I think your reviews for your business are probably one of the strongest pieces of marketing you could have for your business. Having real users, real customers write about their experience with your business is a very important part of the content that's on the web about your business. So we want to talk a little bit about how to kind of interact with reviews, how to manage your reviews that are coming through, and where to be going to get all the reviews that might be coming through for your business. We're then going to jump into some technologies. So we're going to show you some technologies to help you with all of this stuff that we're going to be talking about. So we're going to be talking about a lot of ways that you need to be kind of thinking or utilizing different systems to be able to create and manage a solid content marketing strategy. And it can take a lot of time and a lot of effort. So we're going to show you some great technologies to help you cut that time, make it a lot easier on yourself. And then we'll do our question and answer session where we're going to answer any questions you guys might have. Let's get started in content marketing benefits. So what are the benefits of creating a content marketing strategy? Again, if we're going to spend the time, the effort to do this, we want to make sure that it's going to be productive for your business, that it's going to gain you more business. And what are some of those things that you can be doing, or some of those things that this content marketing strategy will do for your business? Number one, increased SEO value. If you're looking for your business to find a way to rank higher in search engine results, for you to be listed higher on Google or on Bing, this is probably the best way to do it. Your content marketing strategy is what's going to drive more users. It's what's going to drive you as being seen as an expert by those search engines and help them understand that when somebody's searching for a term that is related to your business, you're the expert that they should be talking to, and so they're going to rank you higher. There's some baseline things you obviously need for a good search engine optimization program. That's obviously a well-built website that is mobile optimized, and that's key. You need to make sure your website is mobile optimized, or you will have problems with on-page optimization. And directory listings is going to be a big part of this as well. Making sure that those listings across the web that are talking about your business. We're talking about the Google business. We're talking about Facebook. We're talking about Yelp. We're talking about all those places. Have your business listed, have correct information. They're all linking back to your system. But that's kind of a baseline these days. For people that want to rank well, they have to have that, plus they need to be doing content marketing. If you want to, if you want to be successful in SEO, that is your baseline, and this is what we're talking about, is what's going to kick you up those levels a little bit. Driving visitors to your site. Obviously, number one goal here is driving those visitors, be it through SEO or through people just finding your content through whatever methods they may use. But driving visitors to your site is your goal through content marketing as a whole, and hopefully them being customers. Branding you as a thought leader. This is a big one. This is where it gets exciting and kind of really fun. I think this is where content marketing becomes really exciting. It is being able to get your voice out there, be able to brand you and your business as thought leaders in your industry and in your space, so that when people come across your business, they say, okay, I've seen this guy, I've seen this business, I understand that he or she knows what they're talking about very well, and I definitely want to connect with them and utilize their services because I've seen what they've said and what they've done online. Exposure. I mean, this is kind of just an obvious one. When you have more content on the web, when you have more pages, more links, you're just going to have more exposure. There's going to be more opportunities for people to find your website, find your business, and buy your services or buy your products. So exposure is a big key. Being able to just create a bigger base online for your business is going to create a lot of exposure opportunities. And then a reason to touch base with customers. So this is one that I think a lot of people don't really think about, but through your content marketing, it's a great way to be able to connect with users and customers you've had in the past. They say it costs, 10 times to bring on a new customer than it does to keep an old one. This is a great strategy to be able to do that. Through the strategies we're going to talk about today, you're going to be able to keep your brand, keep your name in front of these people on a regular basis through their social media channels. Through email marketing, we're going to be able to send our content and distribute our content to them in a very personalized way. And it's really about getting your name and your business in front of these people on a regular basis so that they don't forget about you. So they when they need your product or your service again, they think, oh, I've seen this guy every day for the last 2 years. I definitely know that they're going to do a good job. And those are some of the general benefits. Again, this is kind of high level for what the benefits are, but in the end, it's about driving more potential customers to your business, right? And these are the ways that those businesses could be driven to, or those customers could be driven to your business. And we're going to talk about what you can be doing to really enact these benefits for your business and be able to help you grow. So now that we know, some of the benefits we're going to have here, what content marketing can do for your business and where it can help you grow and how it can help you grow, let's talk about building that content strategy, what you need to be doing, what some key tools you should be using are, and then what to do with those tools. So some of the key marketing tools that we definitely recommend for anybody that's trying to start or run a quality content marketing strategy. Number one, you got your blog. And regular blogging is the key here. So everybody can go start a blog. It's fairly simple to do. But it's the people that have success are the people that can regularly blog. You see people out there that have very popular blogs that are getting a lot of traction and a lot of business from it, but they didn't gain a lot of success after they wrote their first 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 blogs. They found their success when they had a number of followers because they were consistently writing. They were regularly posting blogs and writing about what they're interested in. We'll get to in a little bit some ideas and how to come up with content for blogs and how to write blogs. But this is probably one of your most important tools because it is your long form opportunity to connect with people and drive people to your website. Socializing media. So your social profiles are some of the best tools you can be utilizing for distributing those blog posts and those videos that you may create or whatever you might be creating for your business. Your social media channels are going to be a huge benefit to be able to distribute that and get it into the hands, into the eyes, if we will, of as many people as possible. And we'll get into some great tools for being able to manage that as well. But this is where you're really going to be able to find your audience for the content you're writing and the content you're sharing. Video and imagery. Video is great. Video is one of those platforms, one of those content channels that can be so successful for businesses. And this can range anywhere from advertisings that are highly produced and are very well done to just simple how-to videos. How often have you gone to search for how to snake a drain, right? And you come across just people out there, typically business owners, plumbers, if you will, that are, posting a video about how to snake your drain real fast because they know if they watch your video and they can't snake the drain after they've watched your tutorial, they're probably going to give you a call to help them out because that's just the way it works. You help them, they're going to help you. So video is such a great tool. It doesn't have to be super costly to create content. This right here, what we're doing right here, will become a video in our content marketing toolbox. So this is a great way for you to just kind of get content out there. Be real. Get yourself in front of people. And imagery. Imagery is incredibly important these days. We're going to get to a little bit more about what imagery can do for your business, but it's such a great tool for your content marketing strategy, whether it be just posting images on a regular basis of the work that you do. If you're a design company, posting your designs it is such a great way to just have people very easily see what you do and what your work looks like. If you write blogs, have a lot of imagery in that blog. So it breaks up the monotony of reading long-form blog posts. And they say an image is worth 1,000 words, right? So if you can do a little description, a paragraph in your blog, and then give an image that kind of illustrates what you're talking about, it makes the blog that much more poignant to the person that is reading. It makes it just a lot easier for them to grasp what you're talking about. And this also comes into social channels as well. Being able to find the social channels that are good for your business is going to be key to understanding how to utilize social. We'll get to that in a few minutes when we get to the social part. But imagery is going to be a key part of how you manage your social profiles. Email newsletters. They say right now that email newsletters and email marketing is probably the highest ROI marketing tool you can have in your toolbox. It engages, it gets right into people's inboxes, which is very personalized to them. It's not flipping through a social media channel. It's right there. And we're seeing a lot of companies that write quality newsletters getting between 25 and 40% open rates. That's a huge group of your potential customers or customers that you've worked with before, seeing your brand, seeing your name, seeing your expertise in your new email newsletters. So that's such a great tool. We'll get into, again, more about how to kind of manage that in a minute. Reviews, being able to not only have the review sites that you need up, have the information about your business, but also, being able to engage with reviewers that come through on your different review sites and are writing about your business. That's so important. So we'll get, again, to a little bit more about that. We'll get into more detail on how to do that. But these reviews can be something that really can make or break businesses. And it's so important to be able to understand how to manage these, what to do with them, and how to engage with your reviewers. And this kind of goes into engaging with the public. Engaging with the public may not be quite a marketing tool per se, but it's a mentality that I kind of like to utilize as a tool. Engagement with people is so important. People like when they write something about you or they post or anything that they may say about you, they like to get feedback that you read that. It humanizes you. It makes them see that you are somebody that cares about their what they're saying about your business or cares about them as a customer. And this is engaging with any social post. So you post a blog and somebody writes a comment on your blog, writing back saying thank you for the comment or engaging with them in conversation. If somebody posts on your social, engaging with them, talking with them, making that human connection. That's what social media is for, is about connecting. Reviews, again, this is important. If you have a good review, respond to it. It's just a quick, simple, thank you for the review, can't wait to see you guys again, or please tell your family and friends about us. It's as simple as that, but that is that kind of engagement that will drive more business to your company. And if you have negative reviews, making sure that you can engage appropriately with that to be able to understand the issue and make yourselves be seen to the world as when somebody has an issue with your business, you're there to fix it and make it right. Finding the time. So this is probably the biggest trouble or issue that most business owners find. with creating a solid content marketing strategy, just finding the time to do it. We're all very busy. We talk to businesses that say, I work 10, 12 hours a day. How am I supposed to also be writing blogs and posting to social and doing all that? It's just, it's not possible. But this is the key. If you want a solid social media, or if you want a solid content marketing strategy and you want to grow your business using content marketing, this is the key element that you have to figure out. Couple different things that we typically talk to companies and say you need to kind of figure out first is, number one, setting a schedule. You need to understand what works in your schedule. For some businesses, maybe posting 3 blogs a week is doable for what they can do, and they're going to do that, and they're going to have some success there. But if you are working 14 hours a day, 6-7 days a week, that might not be quite as easy for you. But you need to find a time. So for us, for example, I like to say that on Tuesdays I set a good 2-hour block of time that I'm going to write a blog. I'm going to write some content. I'm going to figure out a new video to post, and that's when I do that. So it doesn't even have to be an hour. It doesn't even 2 hours. A lot of blogs you write can be 3, 4, 5 paragraphs of short, great content, which can take you maybe an hour to write. But you need to find that time. You need to find that specific chunk of time and clear it. Make sure that it is your time per week, per month, whatever it is, to get that work done. Being consistent, and that kind of comes in with the scheduling as well. So if you say, I'm going to post once a week at this day, on this day at this time, you should be consistent at that. Your blog posts, if you're saying, I'm going to post every Wednesday at 2 p.m., then by doing that, and when you start to gain followers, they're going to start to expect that. They're going to start to realize, oh, okay, 2 p.m. on Wednesdays or Wednesday afternoon, I'm going to see something great from this source that I really like reading. But you need to be consistent there, or you're going to start to lose those followers as well. So if you're not posting on a regular time schedule, if it's kind of all over the place, people aren't going to understand when they should be expecting content from you. So be consistent. Find that time that you want to post, and find that time that you can actually write and do the work for. Checking profiles. This is probably one of the biggest tools that you're going to need to be using is your social profiles. And it's one of the hardest things about managing a social strategy is being able to go out there and check those profiles on a regular basis, having the tools and the resources to be able to say, okay, I'm going to be checking these 5 different social media profiles on a daily basis, because I know that we're going to have some communication, we're going to have some connections, we're going to have some engagement that needs to happen. So you need to, again, find that time. And this is where it gets really, really hard for a lot of business owners, is just saying, okay, I know I need to set apart this time. And again, we're getting some technology here in a few minutes that is going to show you some really great ways to be able to keep up with all of this. But it's important, being able to check those profiles and then posting to those social profiles. We say that for most of the social profiles these days, if you want to create a solid content marketing strategy where you're going to gain followers and gain a nice following base, you have to be posting on a consistent basis. You have to be able to go out there and say, okay, I'm going to post at this time every day, and then figure out a way to do it, because having your brand, having your name, having your content and your thoughts and the information about your business going on a regular basis is what's going to help gain that traction and gain those followers and those users that are excited about your content. Sending your newsletter. This, again, it's one of those things where you just have to set the time to do it. Your newsletter can be actually a pretty easy system to set up. It will take you a bit of time to get your first template set up, make it so that it's something attractive that some people will want to open and engage with. But once you do that, it's typically pretty easy to be able to set up your newsletter system and be able to run pretty quickly. And the content for your newsletter can actually be very easy. Say, for example, that you write 2 or 3 blogs per month, or say you post on a weekly basis. So you have 4 blogs per month. You can easily just drop those into your newsletter. A little blurb about what it is, a little imagery. We'll show you how to do all that here in a second. And then utilize that as your content for the newsletter. It's just distributing that content, distributing those blogs, and getting your name out there. And then using technology to help. Again, there's a lot that needs to be done. It can be extremely time-consuming to get all this stuff done, but there's some really, really great tools and resources and technologies out there to help you get it done. So let's jump into the tools a little bit. So our first tool, the one we were talking about, I was saying is probably your most important tool is going to be your blog. Blogging is that thing that is going to give you the content to share. It's going to give you the content that you're going to be able to post. It's going to drive customers to your business. So your blog is going to be very important. And understanding how to run your blog and find your voice is what you'll have to figure out from the beginning. And number one is finding your blog niche. This is finding what finding what you're excited about, finding what you're going to be excited to write about on a regular basis. And this could, typically most blogs are going to be about what the business does, about the industry the business does, which is great. And that's a great target and a great idea for creating your blog strategy, the content you're going to be creating and posting on a regular basis. But it doesn't always have to be. You'll find a lot of great companies out there that could, maybe it's a car dealership, but the guy or the owner of the company is a phenomenal salesman, and he likes to write a blog on salesmanship and how to sell. That's a great opportunity for him, and he can write that blog, get that content out there, and when people are reading about it, they're still coming to his site. They're still interested in what he's doing. So finding your niche, finding what excites you, and writing about it is what you need to really the first step of what you need to think about. Another great way to find content and find content you can be posting on a regular basis is by tracking others' content. We're going to show you a tool here in a little bit that's going to show you how to track content very easily, but finding content that is in your expertise that you find interesting across the web, be it articles, other blogs, or whatever it might be, and then taking that content and putting your own spin on it, extrapolating. This is actually a really good opportunity for you to even get a little bit of press. So say you find an article online that is about your industry, something you know a lot about, and you think maybe they missed a few points here, or there's something you could add that would be of value to whatever they're writing. So you write a blog about it. You write a blog and you reference their article saying, hey, read this article, some great points, just want to, put a little bit of spin on this or put some ideas they may have thought about, and then send a tweet or send an email to the person who wrote that blog or that article, whatever it might be, saying, hey, loved your article, had some other ideas, thought you might find this interesting. Send them a link to your blog. What a great way, if they think it's interesting, for some big journalist who wrote this article say, that was really interesting, I'm going to post and I'm going to tweet at this guy saying, hey guys, check out what this guy wrote. It's a great extrapolation on what I was writing about in this previous article. So a great way to just kind of find new channels for marketing and finding content marketing. Make it personal. Blogs are not meant to be really robotically written articles. They're meant to humanize. They're meant to be a voice for your business, a voice for yourself if you're writing it as an individual itself. Make it personal. Make it your voice. Make it come from you so that it's natural, so that people are almost like having a conversation with you. That's what people want in a blog, because they want to be able to share it. They want to be able to connect with it. They want to be able to comment on it. They want to say, hey, this is really interesting. Here's my take on it. So that's what you want to do with these blogs. They need to be written so they're from you. They're personally from you. Because it also makes it so that you become the expert. If you're writing something that's in your voice, but it's really great information, then it's going to become you posting and you creating this content that's exciting for them. Share ideas. When you go to write blogs, it's important that you want to write about articles and subjects that are going to obviously catch some virality, hopefully, or people are going to find interested in. But don't be afraid to write a blog on something that you just had an idea about. Not all blogs are going to get a lot of likes, a lot of shares. But if you're just consistently writing, you're still getting information out there that somebody might find interesting. You never know what might hit out of the blue. So if you have ideas and they're related to your niche or they're related to your industry, write about it. See what comes out of it. Keep it short and visual. This one's pretty important, actually. So we find that most people that are reading blogs don't typically make it past about paragraph 4 or 5. So if you can keep it under that, that's where kind of your sweet spot's going to be. You're going to have somebody typically read most or if not all the article, and then if you have a little call to action at the end of the blog saying, hey, if you love this, read more or visit our business or whatever, you can have that in Obviously, if you have content that needs to be compounded upon a little bit more, so you have a lot more content you want to write about it, that 4 or 5 paragraph rule doesn't always have to stick. If you need to write more, write more. There's also an opportunity if you have, a subject that you're writing on that you have a lot of information you want to share about, try breaking that blog up. Write a 3-part series on that subject of that blog to really kind of break it up so that people, can have shorter issues that they're reading about, and it makes them interested in the next blog that you're reading, so they're continually coming back to your site. And keep it visual. Like I said before, imagery is so powerful. So if you can have images that relate to the blog you're writing, it's such a great way to just have people be more engaged with what you're writing, be more engaged, really illustrate what it is you're trying to talk about. And then keep that regular schedule. So again, if you're posting your blogs on Wednesdays at 2 p.m., then continue to post your blogs on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. If you're going to miss a week because you're on vacation, let your readers know that. Let them send them, if you have a newsletter, say, hey, I'm sorry that we know blog post next week. Because if people get excited about what you're writing, they're going to continue to read it, and they're going to expect that it comes out on a certain day at a certain time. So if you can do it, keep that regular schedule and post on a regular basis. All right, let's talk about distributing. So now you've got your post, right? You've written your blog, you've created your video, you've made the content that you want to share. So how do we get it out to the masses? How do we get it into people's eyeballs so that they are interested and they're excited and they come to your site? Social. What a great tool. Social has just made it so easy these days to share content, to share ideas, to connect with people. Creating your social strategy can be tough though. This is where most business owners, they'll start it, they'll put up their Facebook page and their Twitter page, and they'll start on for a little bit, and they'll be like, it's not going anywhere, I don't have any followers, I give up. But this is where the people that are very successful at content marketing kind of shine. Is they figure out what to do next. They figure out how to continue to grow that base. Create a following. Ask friends and families to share. This is a great way just to get started. You have friends, you have family, you have people that will go out there and share your business, share your content. And it's a great way to get started because when they share your business, when they like your business, it now is going to show up into their news feeds of their friends and their family. And it could be somebody out there that really needs your service or your product or is very interested in what you're sharing. And now they're going to start seeing it. And that's how it kind of expands pretty quickly. So this is finding your first couple followers, finding your first, group that will help you out and help you post is going to be the most important. And don't be afraid to ask. If somebody says no, I'm not going to follow you, then they say no. I mean, it's always a no until you ask. It's kind of my mantra. So just ask, see what they say. Post your content to all social channels. So important. People use different social channels. It's just the way it is. Some people, utilize Facebook all the time, and that's their main social media channel. Some people are on Twitter constantly, and that's their social media channel. Some people, utilize Instagram. They don't even go on Facebook all that often because they just want to see imagery. They want to see pictures. That's kind of how their mind works. So you need to be posting your content to all these channels. When you find interesting content to post, when you find an interesting article you want to share with your followers, when you post a blog or you post content yourself, you want to get that out there and you want to share it with all your different social channels to make sure you're hitting everybody that could be interested. So make sure that when you're posting, you're sharing to all the different channels that you want to. Engage with the comments. This is a big one that a lot of people I think miss. Again, social media is set to help you connect, help you communicate with the world. It's a communication tool. So when somebody comments on your business or shares your content or whatever, engage with them. Say thank you to them. If they ask you a question, answer the question. I can't tell you how many times I'll read a blog, and at the end there'll be 2 or 3 people that have commented questions on what their what was written, and there's no feedback or response from the owner. And so at that point, where they could have been very interested in your business, very interested in what you were talking about, they've now lost that interest because there's no engagement there. So engage with the comments, and this is again where technology can really help you to make sure that you know when somebody is engaging with your business or engaging with your comments, so you're not having to just check every couple hours. It'll help you kind of keep up with that. Updating and reposting. This is actually a really cool way to utilize content that you created in the past and reissue that. So if you say you have a blog that you wrote that first, really hit the nail on the head for some people, and you got a lot of traction, a lot of shares, a lot of interaction with it. That's fantastic. That's great. Now 6 months, 7 months down the line, maybe something has changed a little bit in the industry, or there's been new regulations that have come out about what you talked about in that post that got a lot of traction. Go in there and add an update to it. At the top of that post, say, just write a little blurb that says update to this post. You write your thoughts and your feelings or whatever it might be on what has changed over the last few months or 6 months or 9 months, whatever it might be, and then repost it. It's a great way to find that when you have something that hits, when you have content that just for some reason makes a mark, that you can reutilize it, you can reuse it and engage with it again. And sharing information often. This is probably one of the things that it can be the toughest about creating a good social media strategy, is sharing interesting information that you come across on a regular basis, finding something to post on a daily basis. And there's some really great tools that we're going to show you that'll help with this. But it's one of the hardest parts of social media, and it's something that you really kind of need to focus on. And it kind of comes in the next part here. So sharing interesting content. There's some really great tools out here, and we're going to show you one in here in a few minutes here. Use keyword tracking. So you know what you like to write about. You know what your industry is talking about. There are some great keyword tracking tools out there that will just send you emails or will give you lists of people or influencers, articles, things that are being written about that subject. And by tracking those keywords, you can get ideas for blogs, get ideas for social media posts, find articles that you think are interesting or your followers might think are interesting, and repost those so that your followers can see and gain that information. Follow other blogs and share their information. This is a great way to, and this is actually kind of a cool way to connect with other experts. If you find somebody that wrote something really interesting, share their blog. There's some really great tools to follow other blogs, but share that information, share their blog. Connect with that blog owner, that blog writer, and see if maybe you guys can share blogs back and forth. You can do guest blogging or guest posting, where you'll be able to post a blog on their channel or vice versa, so that you can take your content and connect it with audiences that you may never have even reached before. So finding other blogs that are similar to yours and engaging with them is a great way to share interesting content and continue to build your content strategy. Excuse me. Post to social daily. Again, I think we harped on this quite a bit, but this is one of those things where if you're posting to social daily, you're gonna gain traction, you're gonna gain users, because it's gonna hit somewhere, right? So one guy might like something that you wrote once every 2 or 3 weeks, but if you're not posting on a regular basis, that person may not see what you're posting or may not get that information. But if they post it to their own social, if they like it or they reshare it, then you're going to get a broader audience. So you never know where it's going to hit. So you got to be able to post on a regular basis. Ask questions and post. This is actually a pretty interesting way to really help boost your engagement, is asking those questions in your posts. So don't just use social to post the information. Ask questions, engage with your customers, engage with those visitors. You will see if you have interesting content and you end it with what do you think, or would love to hear your ideas, or whatever it might be, just ask for engagement, ask for those questions back. You're going to see your engagement levels kind of go through the roof, which means you're going to see others starting to engage with your content, and it's going to help you grow. Engage with those comments and those feedbacks. If you get comments, if you get feedback, if you have people engage with your content, engage back with them. It's so important. And it really helps to show you as a human, as a business that cares about your customers. And then keep that regular schedule. Something, again, we keep harping on, but you have to keep that regular schedule. You have to find the time and just get it done. Social media, systems for your business. Obviously, there's the common Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus that you should be posting to on a regular basis. These are all the sites that most people are on. That you're going to get traction out of. Google Plus, it's going to help Google find your content faster, so they can scrape it and make sure that they're publishing it. But some less common ones: Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube. These are some really great tools depending on what your business is about. We work with some designers, right? And Pinterest can be such a huge tool for them. If they utilize it correctly, they can, create boards based on their work or their ideas and really help people get a very visual idea of what they can do for their home or their office or whatever it is. This is such an important slide, I think, is finding those social. Obviously, you want the regular common social media tools, but there are so many great tools: the Pinterest, the Instagrams, the Snapchats, the YouTubes. YouTube is so strong. If you can create videos and share those videos, you're going to gain a lot of great traction. You're going to see some great benefits come out of that. But finding those maybe a little bit more niche social media profiles that really fit what you do, fit your industry, and really can help you show or explain what it is you do and why you're the best at doing that in your industry. So find social, test things out. It's actually, if you are a little bit lost on what social media platforms to use, right, Google can be a really great resource for you. Go on and just search my industry. What social media tools should my industry be using? And you're going to find articles. You're going to find people that have written about it saying, hey, I'm in this industry. I wrote a blog about using Pinterest and the success I had. And they're going to give you great tips and great resources on what to do. So just try to find those little niche places that you could be doing more. Newsletters. Obviously we talked a lot about newsletters. You need to set up your regular schedule. Emphasize your blog posts. This is a great way to just create your newsletters. Make sure that you have something to post or something to publish in your newsletters and get it out. Plus, it's obviously a great distribution tool for your blogs and your content that you're creating. Being able to, as you can kind of see in the image here, being able to create a beautiful little newsletter template, and then just simply dropping in, your first sentence or whatever, the headline of that blog and first sentence or whatever, and then a little read more so people can go to it. Maybe include an image in that newsletter to kind of show what that, again, visualize what that blog is going to be. It's going to be a great way for you to get that content you're writing distributed in a really effective way. Link your social accounts. Most email marketing systems, you're going to be able to put your social media profiles somewhere in there. You may not get a lot of traction from it, but it's one of those things where you're getting your information, you're getting your company information in the hands, in the inboxes of people on a regular basis. It doesn't hurt to ask for things, ask for follows, ask for shares right through something like this. Ask for business. Ask for business and ask for referrals. This is something I think a lot of people kind of struggle with because they don't want to be pushy. Your newsletter is supposed to be meant to brand your business, to share information about your business. It's not, you don't want it to be overly salesy. You want it to connect with people. You want it to show that you're the expert in your industry. But it doesn't mean at the end you can't say, if you're looking for this kind of product or this kind of service, please visit us here. Or if you know people that are interested in what we're doing or interested in the content that we're writing, please forward this blog to them or forward this newsletter to them. Have them sign up for our newsletter. It's really easy to be able to just shoot a little blurb at the bottom, asking for the business, asking for the referral, and not being overly pushy with it. Review management. So again, one of those things that a lot of people may not completely include in content marketing. I think it's one of the strongest content marketing tools you can have. Some things you need to be doing with review monitoring is, number one, monitoring reviews. And this is where it gets stressful, really, because there's so many out there these days. We'll show you our system in a second, but our platform actually aggregates reviews from over 40 different review sites across the web, and that that's a lot to handle. That's a lot for small businesses to be able to say, okay, I'm going to be able to check on all of this. So there's some really great tools and resources out there to help you be able to aggregate all of those and see what's going on. We have people that sign up on the platform. They say, wow, I checked Facebook and I checked Google on a regular basis, but I didn't know that I had 25 reviews on TripAdvisor and all these reviews in these other places, and it's hard to keep up with. And so while it can be difficult, monitoring these reviews is probably one of the most important things you can do from a review perspective, because you don't know what people are writing out there unless you're seeing it. And you could have somebody writing something negative about your business that you don't know about that's hurting your opportunities to gain more customers. So it's just important to figure out how you're going to monitor those reviews. Responding to reviews, obviously a very important part as well. Being able to engage with those reviewers. If it's a positive review, again, real easy. You just thank them for the review. You ask them for the business. Say thanks for coming in. Can't wait to see you again. Tell your friends and family. There's some really great things that we're going to show you too on how you can kind of template those out. So if you have a lot of 5-star reviews come in, you can send that out pretty easily. But responding to reviews is very important, especially if you have a negative review. Because if you have a negative review, that is going to affect your business. People are going to see it and say, ouch, this person had this kind of an experience here. I don't really want to deal with that kind of experience, so I'm not going to hit this business up. But if you are engaging, if they read that review and then you engage and you explain what happened, or one of the things that we don't want to do is we don't want to be overly pushy with our responses to reviews. I think we've all seen the cases of a business owner that gets really defensive on a review and it blows up and it just becomes a nightmare for them. So we don't want to do that, but we do want to make the population that's reading this review understand and see that you as a business owner tried to resolve whatever that problem was. You took it on yourself, you took it to heart, and you did what you needed to do to make that wrong right. And maybe the wrong isn't even a wrong, but the customers out there, your potential customers, don't see that. So that's what we're trying to get at here. If you get negative reviews, be careful with how you respond to it. You want to respond very genuine. You want to understand what the issue was, and you want to try to remedy that problem, however it might be, and show the other audience. Don't really worry about the person that reviewed. Show other audiences that might be reading that review why it is that they had that negative issue and how you are resolving that issue. Keep it positive. Kind of just talked about that. You want to make sure that when you're responding to even negative reviews, you don't go low. You go high. You talk about the positives that your business does. You talk about how you're going to remedy any problems they may have. And then asking for reviews. This is another one that we have a lot of people that just don't. Again, it seems pushy. It seems complicated, but reviews can be such a huge part of your business strategy. By getting more reviews, you typically, the more high-rated reviews you have, the better you're going to be ranking on search engine optimization through the search engines. It correlates very strongly. They use reviews as a high signifier that your business is of high quality. So you want to get new reviews out there. And kind of think about it this way too. If you have 3 negative reviews, but you only have 6 reviews in total, your business looks pretty bad. It looks like you don't know what you're doing, and you're gonna have a hard time. If you have 3 negative reviews, but you have 150 positive reviews, then people are going to look at it and say, okay, these 3 people probably were difficult or just had some weird issue, whatever it might be. And look, this business owner responded to those negative reviews, and okay, I see what the issue was. But look at these 150 people that reviewed this person positively or this company positively, so I'm comfortable here. So that's what you want to make sure. Asking for reviews can be, it's not comfortable. It's not typically a comfortable thing, but it's something that you need to get used to. And there's actually some great tools we're going to show you in a second that will help you ask for reviews without being overly pushy. Some technology to help. Now to kind of get into what we do. So we're Keybots. What we do is we make everything we talked about here much easier to manage, much easier to be able to set up. On our platform, which we're going to show you here in a second, there's a lot of great tools. You can blog right from the platform itself, blog right to your site, find content through the social media tool, which we'll show you in a second. publish to all your social media profiles at once, so you're not having to go log into those 5 different social profiles. You can come in, click the compose button, and you can compose a message or a post to go out to all your social media profiles at once. You can also time it, so you can say, okay, I want it to go out. I'm going to come in, and I know that I'm going to give myself between 8 and 8:30 in the morning is my social time. But I know that I get a lot of traction at like 12:30. During the lunchtime hour, I get a lot of people that read my tweets, that read my posts, and engage with it. So I want to post at that time. Through this tool, you can schedule it out. So you don't have to say, okay, at 12:30, I have to go in and do this. You can say, okay, at my non-busy time, I can go in, set this up, and I know it's going to post automatically for me. Create your newsletter templates and segment your lists. Kind of a cool system there is, maybe you've built yourself a great customer list, but you have content that you want to send to a section of your list that the other section shouldn't be getting, or whatever it might be. Or there's people that don't want to get emails from you, but you want them in your content marketing system just in case you need to send them receipts or whatever it might be. So you can segment and you can section out your list in a very effective way. And then viewing and responding to all your reviews very easily, and we'll show you that in a quick second. It's going to be it's a really effective and it's actually a really cool tool to be able to manage your reviews, which can be a nightmare for a lot of people. Let's jump into the platform so you can see what we're talking about here. Okay, so we'll log in here. This is the Keybot platform. This is kind of what you would see, what our customers see when they log into their own accounts. I'm actually going to go to our demo account real fast to show you a little bit more, because this is our high-level account. This is what our clients are able to utilize to make their day-to-day operations just a lot easier, a lot more effective. What we do is we partner with some of the best technology providers in the world. For social media, we partner with a company called Sendable. For email marketing, a great company called MailJet. Really great template systems, really great ability to send your emails, segmenting your list, all that kind of stuff. Directory management through a company called Uberall. Reputation management. We partner with this fantastic company called Shout About Us out of San Diego. They have some of the best technology I've ever seen, some of the greatest, kind of the most forward-thinking tools for review management I've ever seen. What we do is we take those tools and we integrate them into a single platform, so you don't have to jump from tool to tool. You don't have to remember 7 or 8 different login passwords. You don't have to be going everywhere. You can manage it all through one place, and that's what's exciting about what we do here. So you can see here you got your website builder here. You can come in here. You can go to your site editor, which is this. You can come in here and add your site. You can add pages, manage all your different things you need to on your website. Web forms, if anybody fills out a web form, you have this whole system where you can view your web forms, you can respond to web forms, and then your blogs, which is pretty nice to have it just all in one place. So you can come in here and you have your blog here. You come in and quickly add your blog title, write your content, any featured images that you want. Then you can we should have my internet's running a little slow, but you should have the content box here as well. You can save it as a draft, so if you come in and you want to write half of your blog right now, and then you want to go find the images that you want or whatever, you can save that draft, or you can publish it right to your site from there. Really great way to just manage your blogs and manage your whole system. Let's talk about some of the really neat tools we have here too. So you have cloud storage, being able to manage all of the different files. If you've ever used a Dropbox or a Drive, it's the same kind of thing, but it's, again, integrated into a single platform, so you don't have to jump from place to place. Users and locations. If you have multiple locations, you can manage all your locations right through one platform. Or you can manage your users and give them access to certain tools. So if you have somebody that needs access to social media and email marketing, you give it to them, but somebody else doesn't need those tools, so you can make sure you're giving the right access to the different tools that your employees might need. You got the email marketing tool. Let's go to the social tool. I popped these all open earlier just so we don't have any lag time, which we still are having a little bit, but social, such a great tool here. It's probably one of the more powerful tools that are on the platform. Such a great way to be able to just manage your social in a much more effective, much more streamlined way. through the little inbox system that we have here, you've got all your different, so you get your Facebook page, your Twitter stream. You can do up to 40 different social media profiles through here. So you've got your Pinterest, you've got your LinkedIn, you've got everything you would need is going to come right in here. So you can see, okay, I've got all my different responses, my tools. If I want to comment on something, I quickly hit the comment button. I can comment. So, we're talking about that engagement. If somebody writes something on your post or engages with a post, you can respond right back and forth to them right through here. You don't have to jump from social profile to social profile. You can also repost all this stuff. You can like it right from the platform. You got some really great tools for monitoring keywords as well. So, if you want to come in here and monitor specific keywords for your business, you can see we have Chipotle in here. You can see everything that people are talking about Chipotle or posting about Chipotle. You can do search terms. So this is going to be any keywords that you want to manage on a regular basis. So there's specific keywords for your industry that you want to always have there. You create these keywords, these monitors, and then you'll always have this information coming in. Or you can use the search feature, and this is for if there's a holiday coming up or whatever there might be. You can actually just, instead of having those keywords on your list on a regular basis, it's more like a search feature. You can find out what people are talking about just in that short time period and make sure that you're on top of things. But this is a great way to find interesting things to repost, to retweet, find information that people are writing about that you can quickly repost to your own social media. So I'm saying, oh, wow, this guy has something really interesting. I really like that. I'm going to repost it. I'm going to retweet it. I'm going to, I can go view the source, or I can reply to it right through the platform. So you can engage with other social media profiles very easily. Let's check the suggestions tab. This is one of my favorite tools in here because it just makes it very easy to find content, to find new things to be posting on a regular basis. So it's pretty simple. You can come in here, just enter a topic. So let's talk about ice cream. And you can even do San Francisco or wherever you, San Francisco. You can find articles or influencers, people that are influential in these keywords. And you can say, okay, let's see, what kind of content do we have here? What are people talking about? San Francisco Ice Cream 101. Okay, this is really interesting. I really like this post or this article. I want to reshare that to mine. I'm going to come up here, just click the share button. And it's going to open up my composition system. You can see I already have Facebook and Twitter already put in. Click this and you get all the social media profiles. This is our demo account, so we only have our demo stuff in here. All the social media profiles I could ever want would be right in here. It's got little start right here. I can write any content I want. I can attach if I have any photos or images or videos or anything like that. I can attach that right here. You're going to see a little bit of a how people are going to view the post online. It gives you little counters to tell you how many characters you have left that you can utilize. If you want to use emojis, you can do that. And then you can either send now. I'm going to send this right now. I'm going to post it to all my social channels now. Or I'm going to schedule this. I'm going to say, okay, again, I know that I get a lot of engagement on social at noon, for example. So I'm going to come here and say, okay, noon o'clock, I'm going to do it. And I can do a repeat. So if I have, for this webinar, for example, we posted a couple times over the last couple weeks saying, hey, don't forget to sign up. We were able to use this to say, okay, let's repeat it every other day for 2 weeks to make sure that people know that we're doing it. And then I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's up, it's running. And then you can also send for approval. Kind of a cool system here. I can say, all right, I want to send this out for approval. I have a hierarchy that I have to follow. So I'm managing the social media, but I need my boss or my CEO to be the last confirmation on anything I write. So you can do that here as well. But a real easy way to compose your social media posts. Here, compose is the same button, so you can come in here and it brings up that same system, so you can post your social profiles. It also has a cool tool where we have some customers that say, I want to set up my social posts for the entire week. So they can actually compose it in bulk. They can compose it in bulk through the system, or they can upload through a CSV, and they can say, okay, now I know all my posts for the entire week are all scheduled and they go out for me. Real simple, real easy to be able to just manage your time much more effectively. And then real quick, just the last thing here, I'm going to show you the ad services. So you can come in here and you can see, again, all the different services that you can add. your Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, WordPress, Google, Foursquare. You have blogs, photo, video. Anything you want is going to be in here. So you'll be able to utilize all the different social structures, social profiles you want to manage. And then for you guys that have multiple locations, you can actually manage multiple locations through this system as well. So you can be posting to, your Facebook page for your San Francisco location and your Palo Alto location, your San Jose location, all simultaneously to make it much easier. Email marketing, great tool here. If you've used any kind of email marketing systems before, this is very similar to those. It's real simple to use, and this is the key here. With Keybot, what we focus on is simplicity. We want these to be very powerful tools that are very easy to use. That are you come in here, you can figure out how to use it, and it makes your day a lot faster. It makes your time much more effective with what you're running. But it's really easy. Come in, you can upload your contact lists. You can segment those contact lists. You can create campaigns. You can save campaigns, so you can use them later. You can save templates. But I mean, it's pretty standard system. You have your contact lists. If you want to do any segmentation, you can segment your lists right there. Save and continue. And then you come to your editor. So you come in and some cool things you can do here. You can create A/B testing. So I can say I want to try sending this email to my list of 2,000 people, but I want to split it in half and see which list or which subject that I write gets more opens. And it actually has a cool tool where it'll say, okay, I'm going to take the first 200 out of my 2,000 list. I'm going to hit those guys, and whatever's getting a higher open rate, it's going to automatically convert it over to that subject line or that test, so that the rest of them get sent to the one that's more effective. Title, subject, sender name, blah, blah, blah. I got some great templates in here, so some basic ones, some common ones you might want to use. So if you don't want to create your template from scratch, there's some easy ones you can kind of come in and do. And then there's my template. So if you create your own template, you could save your template and it's going to show up right here, so you can utilize it in the future. But it's real easy, just drag and drop stuff. So I want to create my header image. This is just kind of the standard. Come in here, you can select your file, or you can select posted images. I would then want to come down here and I want to say, I want to add an image and text because I'm going to have my first blog go here, right? So I'm going to have my image for the blog right here. I'm going to have, the title for that blog. I'll come in here and I'll say it's going to be my heading. So title, and then, content, right? And then at the end, you can do a little read more with a link to it. And put my image right here, so that way people can come in and they can view my beautifully formatted email marketing campaign. It's got a nice little header in it. It's got some imagery. It's got some titles. I can put my social media profiles down here at the bottom if I want. I can put any buttons or separators. It's just a really easy drag and drop way to create a template for yourself. That's email marketing. Again, really great way to be able to manage your marketing on a regular basis. Reputation management. This is the tool that I really enjoy and I think is really cool. You can see right here we're in a specific location. And you can see they just kind of have a nice roundup of their total reviews, what their average rating is, outstanding reviews in the last 48 hours. You can come down here and you can read them. See, it aggregates all the reviews in. Again, this is over 40 different review sites. So you have the site, what the rating was. You can see Facebook, TripAdvisor, all the different ones that are here. And then the beauty of this system is you don't have to go to these places to respond. I can go click, I'm going to respond to this review right there here. This is our demo account, so I don't have anything signed in. But I can come in here and I can read what they wrote, and I can just respond right through the platform. I can do a public response if I want, saying where it's going to be pushed to the public and say, thanks for whatever it was, and everybody can read that. Or I can do private responses too, where I can come in and say you have a negative review that came in and they didn't leave a lot of information about why they left this review. You can come in and privately respond to them saying, hey, sorry you had a bad experience. We'd love to understand what the issue was so we can help remedy it. But you don't want that to be public. You can sit it in the private issue area. And then you can submit, or you can exit, or you can save, which save is kind of a cool feature where you can actually save that response for later. So a lot of people, if they get a negative review, they may be in a bad place. and they write things that maybe they don't want to post. So they come in here, they can save it for later, come back 2 or 3 hours later and say, okay, is this still what I want to write? It's all saved in there, and they can view it, edit it, and come back to it later. Just some great tools. You can continue to listen. Some activity reports, response reporting. You can set up goals for yourself. So you say, I want to get 30 new reviews this week, and this will help you track those goals and set that up. Responding, you have, again, this great system to be able to kind of see how you're responding. Easy response is going to, give you a list of all your responses, so you can come in and respond really easily. Or you can view any responses or feeds that you've done in the past. It all saves in here, so you can continue to engage with those people. And if you need to add review sites, you just come in here and you can add all the review sites that you need. So that it's really easy to do. And then that's one more thing here. I want to kind of show you the generation tab. So this is how you can use the system to try to generate new reviews for your business. It automatically comes with a review generator. So it's like a landing page that is created for your specific business. You come in here, you put your logo in. You can choose which profiles you want to lead people to, so that they can come and they can say, oh, I want people to review me on Yelp and then Google and TripAdvisor first. So you put those 3 in there. You give them the opportunity, and these buttons are clickable on this page. And then you can say, okay, I want Judy's book, for example. You can click that, it turns it on. You can move these up and down to recreate the order. And it just makes it really easy for you to then use this page, use this URL. You send this out with the receipts from your business, or you send it out as thank you notes after somebody has used your company, saying thank you for using our company. We'd love for you to review us. Please follow this link. You can just do it, send it out, and people can review right through the platform. It's super simple for them to be able to manage it. And these buttons will take them right to the review page for your specific business. And that's review management, a really great tool, really strong tool in kind of the box here. And the way our system works too is these are not bolt together. Our system is completely built to be modular. It's built to be as a marketplace. So you come and you find the tools you need, and you buy only the tools you need. So we have companies that are using one of the tools in our systems, and we have companies that are using all the tools in this platform. And it's really up to you. Each tool is priced separately, with the website being $20 per month, social $25 a month, email marketing $20 or $15 per month, directory management $20, reputation management $20. You can actually find all this information by going to our website. And you got the pricing structure right here. We're very open with all of our pricing, so you can kind of check to see what our pricing structures are. You can learn more. You can get started. And just to get started, if you want to shop the platform, see what's there, just create the free account. Walk you through the process. You create your business account. Totally free to sign up, totally free to shop and see what's on the market. There's some free tools there that you have free 5 gigabytes of document storage. Our loyalty program that's coming out will be free, free access, free analytics, those kinds of things to really make it as easy as possible for you to get started and see what this platform does. So if you're interested, you can sign up there. But that is our system. Let's jump in here to see if we have any questions. So kind of wrap up, we did that. Let's see, what questions do we have? One sec while I open this. Sorry, it's taking a second for this to open. Come on. Okay, question number 1. What are some of the best tools that you've utilized to be able to grow a social strategy? This is, it's kind of a hard question for the growing your social strategy, because again, growing a social strategy is all about creating content and sharing on a regular basis, getting those first few people that will share and distribute your content. So if you're creating, it's really about just being able to post on a regular basis, being able to continue to create content and ship it out. So I would say probably the best tool to get started is kind of the tool we just showed you, the social media tool inside of our platform, because it helps you get started. It helps you be able to post to your social media platforms, find content to post, find new ways to post content, and continue to just drive that out to be able to help find new places to go. We also, I have a which I'm going to send to everybody after the webinar is finished here. It was supposed to be uploaded into the handouts here, but it was failing to upload, so I'm just going to send to you guys an email. We have a really great tool that we use that actually helps you create a strategy for yourselves, create a marketing structure, creating a blog structure, because that's going to be kind of one of the hardest parts about creating your strategy, is finding new content to post, keeping yourself on schedule. So I'll send that over to you. It's just a really great tool to, you can, when you come up with ideas, you enter ideas, you move them through your process of where that blog is in its posting phase, and really kind of keep yourself on track. Any other questions here? Looks like that is all we got. So I guess I answered a whole lot of the questions throughout the presentation here itself. If you have any other questions, like I said, we're going to send a follow-up email out to you guys with a link to where this webinar will be hosted, so you guys can review it at any time you want. It's also going to have that great piece in there that's going to show you how to kind of manage your blogging schedule. But if you have any questions or you anything of interest, please respond to us. Check us out at Keybot. Respond straight to me. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. We can set up demos for you guys if you'd like to see more about what the platform does. But at this point, thank you so much for joining us. Really great to be able to share some of this content with you. I hope it was helpful. Hope that it was something that you'll be able to take back to your business and really start to create a high quality content strategy that's going to be helping you drive your business. Thanks again, and see you on the web.